So, before getting a little bit more into showing how to do some more stuff, I want to actually go ahead and show if you have like two of your axes in your inventory like this, or multiple or whatever, and you don't really know, you can hit backspace to drop. So, like I was on 2 on that one, and then this is on 1. So, if you have like an axe you're wanting to use and it's on 2 or something, you can drop it, and then whenever you pick it back up, it'll actually go on 1, so you can just use 1. And then that way, anything that stays, or anything that is on your plot will stay. So, if I was to leave this here, and, left the game, came back, it would stay on the ground. So, the first thing here, though, to actually show is to actually get some pieces to make it a little bit easier whenever you are trying to process your wood into planks and turn around and sell it. So what you actually want is you want to actually get 2 of the tilted ones. And this is going to help to where whenever you're making the planks, that what will happen is this will make it to where they'll go up. So then that way you can pull the truck up backwards or back it up, and then that way the planks will go in it, and you don't have to keep putting all the planks in the vehicle yourself. Also, with some of the straight ones, you can make it to where it's a lot easier to put the logs into the sawmill. So let me go ahead and, I believe these ones are the straight ones. This one is a funnel one. It works okay, but I would kind of say from the bit of playing, it's not really needed that much unless you're potentially trying to process like a bunch of wood all at once. Like maybe if you were actually using like more than just one person at one plot, could be worth it, but other than that, I don't really think they are. But yeah, you need 3 of the straight ones, so I'm going to go ahead and get those real quick.
There is a place very far from this world, and the only way you can get there is through music. Remember, only music can set you free and fill you with energy to life. Be prepared for a new music transformation. And in a moment, you will be transported to this place. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Please welcome Xenocraft. Welcome to the
Alright, so now that we are back at the plot here, go ahead and take these out. And as well, these items too will stay on your plot when they're in the boxes and stuff. As long as they're on your plot, they will stay. So that is a nice thing. And also, whenever you actually have these boxes, and you have the tilted ones and you have the straight ones, and you wonder which ones are which, because it doesn't actually tell you. Like once you do this, like you can kind of see the outline, but any of the ones you actually see the orange lines on them, which is the direction that they're going, but it doesn't show it on the slanted ones or the tilted ones. So, but basically you just want to have it to where this gets level with this, which it can be really tricky to actually get it to where it'll place properly. Like it looks like that placed right. Looks like it did. So Sometimes though it won't actually place right. It doesn't look like it placed right, but a lot of times it's hard to tell. But sometimes you might have to like rotate them. But like yeah, like that obviously is not correct. Like I said, the placement though it kind of takes a little bit to get used to. But like yeah, like that is correct. And then you can change the direction whenever you have placed them, so you don't have to worry about if you've placed it properly or not. And then basically just do that. Sometimes it will place properly. It also goes off of the last orientation of something you placed, I do believe. At least from what I can at least tell so far. So yeah, basically you just do it like this, and then you would use your other slanted one, or tilted one, and use it on the end here. Like I said, the placing definitely takes a little bit to get used to, but yeah, now with how this is going up though, you should be able to back up this vehicle into here, and stuff should be able to go in. You might need one more going up. I can go ahead and test that really quick. Okay, so let's see if you can easily just throw actually one of these on here and actually test it here really quick, and you'll see that it just plops right in. So if there was planks going in here, it would just keep going in. And I mean, this can't really fit obviously that many, but I mean, whenever you're starting out, you don't really need all that much. But basically, you would just place these ones though on this end, just so that placing the logs on here is actually a lot easier, because this is definitely something that can make people not really like this game, is definitely trying to actually get your logs properly on your conveyor stuff, or like getting it in the sawmill can be really annoying. And sometimes it okay there we go. Sometimes it does that. It doesn't actually want to properly place it. So sometimes you might have to like just place it on the ground, and let me make sure. I don't know if it really helps or not. It's still a lot of the stuff to this game is still a mystery to me. So, but should be able to. Well, if it'll. This is what I was saying. Like trying to place things properly can be a little bit of a pain. Let's see if it'll. Yeah, sometimes you have to place them odd. I don't know why it does that. Sometimes I don't really know, but I guess, it works, so whatever. But yeah, now though, you can actually place your logs on here a little bit easier, and they'll actually go on here and go through the system perfectly fine. Really quick, I am going to go and get 2 gold trees just to show as a demonstration. You could get plenty more, but I'll just show with 2, just so you can kind of see like what you would basically do whenever you're getting multiple trees. Also, a little side note, whenever you are trying to do this whole glitch going up the wall, it is best to take this part of the tree. Just so anyone kind of knows, or, just for future reference, just so you're aware. Like, you could use probably the trunk of the tree. You could probably use this, but it could be a little bit weird to use, because what happens is this is big enough to where whenever your character stands on it, that sometimes your character's feet are fully off the ground, which makes it where you can't move the log. So, just for future reference, that's why I always go for these pieces. You could probably use the smaller ones, but they, again, because of being too small, they can kind of glitch through your character model. And like I said, like these ones apparently are like perfect to use. So, just so you're aware, if you're having issues trying to do this, you'll maybe know what your problem is.
Xenocrypt behind the decks.
You got the station.
Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah, lead a cloud with a few now. Just some Hollywood girls and they do chow. I'm drunk in the mood now. 2 a.m. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies can't have none. R.I.P. Nate Dogg, shit is too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Mood switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Yeah, it's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Trying to function, got some places we could go. Lot y'all got me speaking slow like, yeah, I'm blessed. I don't GAFOS. You tryna fuck? Yes on yes. Say less. Say less. Say less. Say less. Yes on you. Say less. Say less.
Alright, so now that you've basically gotten the trees now out of the swamp, pretty much you're just going to be doing like what you did in the first episode, just dropping them down, but you're pretty much just like, you could, once you chop down a tree, like actually bring it out, like to out here, basically, and then just keep running back in, grab another one. And basically each time you want to, or each time you come out to drop another one off, you want to also like pick up the previous one, or previous ones. And the most I've ever gotten actually in one trip before was actually, I want to say 7. I'm pretty sure I've gotten 7 in one trip, and I didn't have any of them despawn. So you definitely don't have to worry about that. But yeah, basically you just do this each time though. You just gotta maneuver them. You use the using the shift in WASD or WASD, and it'll kind of move the trees. Basically, you just want to, like, when you first do it, just lift up a little bit, and then do that rotation so it'll actually move properly. And basically, like I said, yeah, you're just taking all the trees and moving them to where you can get them to drop all the way down and get to your base, and use your sawmill on them, make them into planks, and then go and sell. That's basically what you're doing. Oh yeah, one thing also is, if you were to do this and you didn't happen to get the plot that's right here, you can bring obviously your vehicle over to the bottom, over where I'm dropping the trees at, and you could bring your vehicle over there, and at least with the biggest vehicle, which, I mean, really doing this method, it wouldn't take you that long to get enough money to probably buy the biggest vehicle. But once having it, you could very easily fit multiple of these trees in that big car and move them actually to your base or plot, and then that way, it makes it pretty easy. But yeah, like, you can, with doing this though, with having the conveyor here, like, you can kind of like set the trees, like on this. It's not gonna help like that much, obviously, but it just makes it where it's a little easy. I mean, these trunks, though, you can tell it's a little too big, but what we'll be able to do is, I'm pretty sure with the $1,600 sawmill, which is the next one, you should be able to start actually processing these ones, and this is where you make like the most of your money, is the trunk of the tree. So that's pretty much something to always know, is that the trunk of the tree is, of course, going to make you the most money. So let me process this up, and we'll see how much money we get. Okay, so I got it all loaded up there, and now we can go and take it and sell it, and this should be pretty good money. I mean, this is, relatively quick into playing, and you could already have this much money, which, I mean, for whenever I first started, I mean, I wasn't able to make money like at all, especially like this. But this should be able to give me enough money to be able to buy the next sawmill, which I should be able to fit those bigger pieces in and be able to make some really good money off of that. But you should pretty much, from just even, I would figure these 2 trees, I should be able to get, I'll be able to get the sawmill really quick here. Yep, this is the sawmill that you want to get. Okay, so what you would do though is go up to it, hit E, and then you can move it if you wanted to keep it and move out of the way, and then just add this one there. But because of I don't really care, you can just honestly destroy it. I mean, these are really cheap, so it doesn't matter. This makes an explosion noise whenever you destroy it, which I feel like it really should have removed, but oh well. Also, you want to make sure there's nothing in the way, or else you won't be able to place anything, so you just gotta make sure that the big end is the one where the logs go, so you can always tell by where there's more rollers, pretty much. So you should be able to get it just placed in perfectly, and there we go. So now you should be able to fit bigger pieces in there. So let me see. Oh, actually, piece I had from the first episode actually is still there, so go ahead and throw that in there, and it should fit now. And of course it goes long ways. Okay, so if I have it fit the proper way. No, okay, there it goes. It just kind of had to go at the right angle, and it's actually not set properly, because always happens every time. So you want to always make sure whenever you buy a new sawmill, make sure you always set it to the maximum. At least this is in my opinion. I prefer it like that, because yes, I mean, this works. You could make a ton of these and just stack them in the back of your vehicle, and you might have better luck with that. But I have personally much more enjoyed having the bigger pieces, so that way whenever it comes out, it's always just kind of like a big chunk, pretty much. And then that way as well, you can get away with using bigger pieces, and it'll still make them into planks. So let me go ahead and get these processed up, and we'll see how much the rest is worth.
got broads in Atlanta. Just don't be in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. You ain't no licks in the band. Legacies, family. Fancy, look like a panda. Going out like a Montana. Many killers on the hand. Legacies, family. Fancy, family. Huggy smoke, damn. Selling ball, candy. Ain't on the macho like Randy. The top will go out to the brand. Nigga, pull up your band. Killers understand. Killers understand. Killers understand. Killers
behind the decks.
Killers understand. Killers understand. Killers understand. Killers understand. Killers understand. Killers understand. Broads in Atlanta, just don't be in the family. Credit cards and the scammers, you ain't no licks in the van. Legacies, family, fancy, look like a panda. Going out like a Montana, many killers on the hand. Legacies, family, fancy, family. Huggy school, damn, selling ball. Ain't on the macho like Randy. Go back to the brand. Smoke. For you.
Music that really fits.
Let the fucking bass go! Whoa.
They say we're beaten and down and try to cover it now. I guess there is no point in being wrong. I'm holding on to my face as we begin to embrace this rush and never-ending sound. I gave you love, gave you love. I gave you love, I gave you love. It was so awkward.
Celebrate Radio.
Alright, so I finally got all that into the truck. Took a good while to finally get everything all in there, but we managed to make it all work. So now we can go ahead and toss everything in here and should make a pretty good amount of money, I would say. I mean, like, whenever starting out, I mean, this is definitely really good money. A lot better whenever I first started, that's for sure. So let's see here. Yeah, we should definitely go over 3K, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Yeah, definitely if you're able to get those bigger pieces to go in, it gives you a lot of money because being the best piece. So yeah, we're at 4K. We could go ahead and already buy the silver axe, and I think that's gonna wrap up this episode. So yeah, I mean, maybe next episode, what I'll do is potentially show, I could maybe get like a few other, trees and stuff. I don't know if people really, want to see constantly chopping down trees, but he'll maybe show getting a few more trees or whatever, getting some more money, and then maybe I can show getting a better axe than this. And it's pretty much the best axe you can get unless you can find someone in the game that's willing to trade with you and actually give you a better axe that was from one of the seasonal events, or just an event that basically just doesn't happen anymore. See you in the next one. Peace.